Page 5, nearing the end of the story. 2 pages to go. There was so much movement on this page, so many little panels, that I really thought this one was going to stand out, but I don't think it made such a good connection. With the few panels I had, I really wanted this centerpiece. If you're subscribed to my Patreon, you've already seen this in my sketchbook video, but I was practicing his landing from, I believe it was from Iron Man 3. I could be wrong. But so I was looking at that, doing that design for this bigger panel, and I realized that with the 2-page spread, I didn't want him pointing out this way. I wanted him pointing back towards the middle of the pages. So I found a good reference photo and drew from that. I also think I'm going to add a panel up here showing V and Donnie in this bag now too. I first had them originally just in his pocket, but when you get to seeing the scale of them in their hands, I don't think a normal person's pocket would fit the puppets, so I made it a bag. They're going to be peeking out of this bag, and then Wrath is going to do this jump. I'm concerned that this panel of him flying down isn't going to look how I want it to, but I think with enough, I think that one's going to be the main action scene. Like, that's going to have so many speed lines. It's going to be very reminiscent of Daniel Warren. I think it's Daniel Warren Johnson, but his art style, he does Space Mullet and Extremity, but he loves his speed lines, and I think that's what I'm going to base that one on. This panel will have a crunch or a pow landing sound effect. I'm not quite sure yet. It'll have a couple zombies in the background. Obviously, you'll see Zeke laying in the background. He'll jump down to protect him. I'm not quite sure when there's going to be an altercation with one of the zombies in Wrath. Not quite sure how that's going to turn out, but when he lands, I think he's just gonna simply say no. And I think I'm gonna go with this. It was gonna be He Belongs to Another Story, referencing that these characters are from my own comic series I never forgot, but I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I think that works a lot better than He Belongs to Another Story. That just seems to fit a lot better, so let's get cracking on some pencils for page 5. Trying to figure out this fight scene. I was remembering talking about the speed lines. I remember I did a lot of practice when I first started out, and this is issue 5 and 6's. You can see all the roughs for 5 and 6, but it was in the back of this notebook that I did focus, speed line details, figuring out how to put them on there, different ways of doing it, focal point, jarring the camera angle. In this I even did fight scenes, working on camera angles, whatnot. But I remember doing this, and I kind of wanted to replicate this fight scene. So I think that's going to be the panel. I also did it for a skateboard design last month in my sketchbook. But this guy's head should be facing that way, considering he's getting smacked by a skateboard that way. That annoys me that it's facing the wrong way, but I would fix it. I might be making skateboards, so there's that. Back to the work. What's going on, party people? So details on the last few days are sketchy at best, so I'll try to get you caught up. I'm super stoked right now because I just ordered the Beast, which is a ginormous printer, scanner. It'll allow me to print 11 by 17 pages, but most importantly, it will allow me to scan 11 by 17 pages of Bristol that I do my comic on. It's so exciting because now that should cut a fourth of the time it takes scanning in an issue and all the other stuff that goes along with it. Not sure if I'm going to retire the little one. It might be just easier to use scanning the half pages and whatnot in so far, but that was a huge successful plan. It is a week. My funds for this last Kickstarter, so everybody that helped with this latest Kickstarter, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Funds will be dispersed next week. My parents helped kick in for this, so I can have it ordered, so it should be shipped by next weekend, so I can clean up some pages if I need to, get the anthology pages scanned in, but it's huge for my comics. Just for the simple fact it should make everything streamlined and way easier to do. Onto the comics though, it appears that Yann isn't done yet. I wanted to, there was somebody else special that wanted to say something about this, so we're gonna cut to a clip of Yann talking some trash. We're gonna get my special friend's commentary on this whole situation, and then we'll be back here and then we'll talk about it some more. So here, Yann.
And so the guy you just saw, that's Ox. So Ox is the most productive member of our group. He's the most prolific. He's got 7 titles under his belt already. I am awaiting issue 7. And so I decided to not quite take him on, but kind of join him in his quest to finish 6 pages in 3 weeks. Now I know he can do it, but the question is, can I? Can I keep up? So what you just saw was the throwdown, as it's known in comic book jargon. And I am currently on page 3. I have done the pencils. I am making my way through the inks. I am totally going to try and catch up with Ox.
You've got a plan.
I am totally going to try and catch up with Ox.
Have part of a plan. That's a
Ease up, Rocket. I mean, it's that laugh seems a little disingenuous.
It's real. Totally fake. That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life, because that is not a plan.
Okay, so you heard it from him. It's definitely a genuine laugh, so I don't know why we're still talking about it. So I am on to page 5 for the 6-page short story. I love how it all came together. I added the one panel where it's the group of 3 hanging out in the bag. Because from right about here, it's just Wrath and Zeke, and I wanted to make sure that they made an appearance on this page because even though it is very Zeke and Wrath concept, they kind of team up, but I definitely wanted to make sure that everybody remembered those 2 are still hanging around. So this page came together awesomely. If you see the sketchbook from earlier, you see Iron Man looking the different direction I came across a picture the other day that had him from the different vantage point, and it just worked perfectly because instead of his body facing outwards of the comic, I wanted to be pointed in towards the center of the comic. I think that just held it together so much better and made such a better statement and impact. Speaking of impact, how sweet is that? How sweet did the word sound effects and the impact come out? I mean, so page 5 is done in the books. I got one more page to go, and then I can scan these in, get them printed on paper again, do gray tones, do colored actually. This has been a source of discrepancy. What I'm going to do is I'm coloring them normally, so where V will be wearing purple. She's gonna have, I haven't decided if they're gonna have white astronaut suits. I think they're gonna have white astronaut suits. But as far as V's skirt, since her primary outfit is purple, I believe I'm gonna do her skirt purple, which means Zeke will have blue jeans on, but the other two will be their normal colors. I think that will give them a lot of differentiation amongst all the other dolls and characters and whatnot. Wrath is still going to be red, Donnie's still going to be green. So when I get these colors done, when I go to scan them in, I will scan them in gray tone, and then they'll be ready to rock and roll for the anthology project. So I'm super stoked. I still have plenty of work ahead of me. I got page 15 done on the 15th, so I knocked that out. The 16th, I'm working right now. Today is the 16th. I'm working a little bit trying to figure out. The last page was just going to be a giant pinup. I've since then, well, I mean, you'll see this next page, but I'm trying to work out. I think I want to throw a couple more panels. You'll see that next video. But right now, I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to head to the local bar that I usually hawk comics at once a month. I have a few friends that are going to be there that aren't normally there, so I get to see them on top of hearing live music, which is always a plus. So I'll let you know how that turns out later. I will let you know the progress of issue 6. I think, yeah, Rocket wanted to say just one more thing regarding this whole challenge, so let's go back to him real quick. I know, it might be a little much, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see who is victorious at the end of this 21 days. That is 16 days knocked out of the way. I have 5 days to complete this last page and the gray tones, so wish me luck. Wish Yann luck. Go check out his latest video. I think his latest video is like 4 minutes. It's a good laugh, so go check that out. Wish him luck, because I think I'm gonna take this whole gentleman's bet. So
That is not a plan.
I am Groot.
So what? It's better than 11%. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
page 5's done, out of the way. I'm loving it. Hope you guys are enjoying it too. If you want to check out any of the other people working on the anthology project, I know Carrie has started inking her project. You can check all this stuff out on the Hundreds Comics Anthology page. I will link that down below. It's been linked in the last few videos to the Facebook group, so you can keep up on progress on everybody that's doing this anthology project. And yeah, that's going to do it for now. Hope everybody's doing well. Your projects are treating you fine. Your art's going well. And I'll check in with you for the next few days in page 6. Working completion. So. bye.